All right, I'm back. So I'm using my Google Pixel 6 Pro to record, and I left my laptop at the office. So unfortunately, I have to read from my sister's iPhone. Unfortunately, because I don't like iPhones, but we make do what we have, right? Anyways, let's go. This is a medium post. It's a 14-minute read, which definitely means that in my reading it out, I'll spend more time. I think I'll just stop around 10 minutes for this first video and then I'll shoot the rest later. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing LDO shirt from 2023. It's a lovely shirt. Let me show you the back. I know, right? Yeah, it looks really good. Let's do this. So, this was published May 4, 2019, and it is titled Why We Should All Be Debaters. I'm going to attempt to do my best male voice, but let's try. In my attempt to proselytize debating and proliferate its gospel, I have spoken with dozens of people individually and collectively in a bid to convince them to take up this swashbuckling foray, and many times my efforts have been unyielding, mainly because I believe most young people are lethargic and unwilling to challenge themselves into developing their own unallied world narratives. I think it's also been difficult because most people are ignorant of the reality that debate leaves us better than it meets us. Debating gives us tremendously profitable skills people in other sports can only dream of, and is a radical transmogrifier. Sorry, that was a big word. I joined the debate club in the University of Calabar, mainly to travel just like my friends, Kennedy KZ and Victor Ikeda, who had been to Malaysia and South Africa representing the schools in the weeks preceding my enrollment. I came to the spot as a parasitic lover. I think I'll just go back to my normal voice because I can't talk like a buffalo. I came to the sport as a parasitic lover, but soon became a bona fide lover of the game as the months rolled away. I came to the realization that debate is one of the best things that can happen to a person. My view of the world changed drastically. I became more confident, more opinionated, more and confrontational. I can agree, like that's something that we all become. In fact, like give yourself 3 months in debate, you become like this. I found a family in the debaters, people who could think critically and deeply. I agree. Who had the same zeal at the same time to change the world through positive thinking and unearthing vital global solutions. I was also enthralled by the extent to which thought was unregulated. All my conceptions about life were slowly but constantly undermined. Everything I believed, every value I had was rattled by counter reasoning. Bit by bit, I had to find a way to pick myself up and develop my own autonomous reasoning and narratives. I had to unlearn the coarse and lowbrow ideas I had imbibed and learn undiluted progressivism, tolerance, and accommodation. I learned that the world was inherently polarized and there was nothing I could do but accept it. These lessons have been etched into my heart and continue to shape me hitherto. Just small break to tell you that I seriously saw myself in this when I read it for the first time. And I just feel like there's this common shared experience or realities that debaters have that only other debaters can understand. Because there's so many things I try to say and tell normal people. Yes, I don't think any debater is normal. I'm sorry to say, well, slightly above normal, definitely beyond normal. And they just can't get it. About changing your mind, about questioning everything you believe. In my first year of debate, I had to debate whether or not God existed. I was a fellowship executive. I was vice president. And I was in debate. The first time I attempted it, I could not speak for 2 minutes. I talk a lot. You even know. I could not. It was so crazy. But right now, give me any argument on whether God exists or not, and my guy, I'll be able to convince you and not confuse you. But let's go back into this. I've always fancied myself. This is Attorney F speaking. And it's true, it's always fancied itself. I've always had some self-avowal and assuredness all my life. But did I ever think I would be some sort of varsity star? Or people would know my name across the continent before I clocked 18? Questioning my life choices right now. To be honest, no, I never did. I always expected that I would just go through school like every other person, while occasionally giving motivational speeches in church and some schools, then become a big lawyer someday. I thought all my fortunes were intertwined with legal practice and that was going to be my best shot at fame. Quote unquote. The bit changed my life and boy did it change it so immoderately. By 17, I was on half of the best debate team in Nigeria and had won two major trophies. By 18, Kennedy, Ekezi, and I became the first set of West African debaters to be invited to the prestigious Harvard Invitational APDA tournament. Do you know what it's like taking a letter from Harvard University to your dad who woke up from sleep moments before? It's priceless. It's pulsating. It's, it's orgasmic. But there's something better, and that is actually attending the tournament and holding your own, beating teams from the almighty Yale University, crazy I know, North Carolina University and Northwestern University, Washington, and ranking 23rd overall out of 162 of the best teams in America and beyond. Do you know how elated and euphoric I felt when the popular world champion Fanele, people call him Fanel, some people call him Fanele, I would just say Fanel, Mashwama, sorry, if I murdered your name, Fanel Mashwama, a student of Harvard himself, met us after. Do you know how elated and euphoric I felt when the popular world champion, Fanele Mashwama, a student of Harvard himself, met us after the final round and told us how impressed he was, especially since we were speaking in a style different from the British parliamentary system we were used to, accustomed to. I bet you don't. So I bet you really don't, because I don't. Like, the only tournament I've done outside Nigeria is in Ghana, so sorry, I've not really met the Harvard people yet. But I will someday. Probably sooner than I think. It was the craziest moment of my life meeting those white debaters. I really hope this thing is still recorded. It looks like it is. It was the craziest moment of my life meeting those white debaters, and comfortably so at times. It sure gave me a massive boost. Debate transcends mere fiery argumentation and verbal fisticuffs. The skills acquired from it are so far-reaching, primo and singular. I always tell people debate can help you become whatever you want to become. It doesn't matter what you study in university. The myth that argumentation is only for lawyers has been debunked time and again. One of the greatest debaters in West Africa, Inung Ejim, studied microbiology. The 2016 best debater in the world, Michael DG, is a graduate of mathematics. The current best speaker in Africa is a graduate of actuarial science. Debate welcomes anyone, and indeed there are a lot of testimonies to that effect. I took our time to interact with a few debating experts who just like me came into the sport as relative nobodies and directly or indirectly got rewarded by debate, and have gone on to be recipients of prestigious international scholarships, entrepreneurs, youth leaders and role models, etc. There are numerous of them, but I managed to reach out to 12 of them, each with their unique reason why you and yours should be debaters, each with their own versions of how debating impacted them. This has been quite a long read. I told you that it was a 40-minute read in total, so I'll stop here. And even this video cannot be posted once, so maybe I'll cut this into 3 parts. So maybe instead of like a 7-part series, we might actually end up getting a 14-part series. I would do each person's own as a section. So we'll be hearing from quite a number of people. I'm not going to cast their names yet, but anybody that has this article, and I will definitely post the link to the article. It's a Medium, so you can read it beforehand. You'd enjoy reading it. I've read it like 5 times and I still enjoy reading it. Thank you so much, Attorney F, for letting me use this. Thank you so much for documenting your experiences and for giving us an opportunity to be able to relate to these experiences 6 years after this was written. I'm a very happy believer in the power of words and the way they can transcend time and even generations. So thank you for doing this for debate. Thank you for giving us a debate archive. And for everybody else that has written something really significant in the past, I'll dig them out, definitely. LDO 2025 is coming. And even though part of the reasons I'm doing this is because of LDO, I genuinely also think that these are videos that will be useful outside of LDO. We should all be debaters. I just read the profile of, again, arguably the best debater to ever come out of Africa. And if you're not convinced, something's wrong with you. Genuinely. I'm thinking of a way to end this thing that's not going to be insulting to people that are not debaters. But we should all be debaters. Chimamanda Adichie said we should all be feminists. I agree. But beyond that, beyond feminism, we should all be debaters. Debate would always leave you better than it met you. Again, remember, LDO 2025, October 17 to 21, be there. I'm still trying to raise 10 million for LDO. So even if you don't want to become a debater with all my cho, you can contribute towards LDO. You can just be a good person. Do something with your life. Thank you and God bless you.